So today we'll start with one interview question. So the difference between string, string builder and string buffer. So also, okay, we'll you have to find the difference between string, string builder and string buffer. What is the difference between all those three? So yesterday we talked about string. So the string is, the first one is immutable, right? Immutable in the sense we cannot change. That is the first one. String is immutable. Then what is that second one? You cannot, which means it's a non-thread safe, which means multiple threads cannot access. Only one thread can access. So, okay, these are the two differences in string. Then what is a string builder? The string builder is, it is mutable. Mutable in the sense we can't change the value of string builder. We will see the example, but let me write the things what we have to say while during the interview. It's also non-thread safe, which means multiple threads cannot access. Okay. Then what is string buffer? String buffer is okay. String buffer is, it is mutable. Then this is thread safe, which means multiple threads can access. Okay, so this is the difference between these three. Definitely they will ask, even in Wipro during the client interview, they asked this question to me: string, string builder and string buffer. Okay, so when they want you to ask the questions from strings, this is one of the question, the difference between string, string builder and string buffer. Okay, now we start with the example. Okay, also while creating package also, the package should be small letters, and while doing automation I will tell you how we can create. In automation there will be a different format, I will tell you. New, then class demo. Okay, so the first we'll start with the string. So as I said, string is a immutable. Okay, string name equal to Jack. Okay, okay, so now I want to add some value, str name dot concat. concat of, I want to add space jack sparrow. Okay, now you try to print that value, um, str name. Okay, so now if you print it, that this sparrow will not be added into your name. Okay, this is called immutable. You cannot change the value. Okay, then we go with the string builder. Okay, string builder, we'll make a str builder. Okay, we'll say new. So there is a syntax is different. New string builder of. So you need to create like this, and the value you need to give inside it, and the value is, I will say, yeah. Okay, then I want to change the value, string builder dot append. Append also will add some value inside it. Then I want to space jack sparrow. Then if you print that value, right, if you print it, you will have string builder. Okay, now if you print this string builder, you can able to see the value has been changed, because this string builder and string buffer are mutable, but the other thing is that it will be differentiated from the thread safe. Okay, so it is string builder is non-thread safe, because string builder also similar to your string only, because this also non-thread safe, this is also non-thread safe. Non-thread safe in the sense multiple threads cannot access, single thread only can access. Okay, then what is string buffer? String buffer will make meaningful. String buffer equal to new string buffer of, will make a save. Okay, then str buffer dot append. Okay, then you print that value. Okay, so now you can able to see the both this string builder and string buffer is mutable, and the string is immutable, and the another difference is it's this is non-thread safe, and this also non-thread safe, and this is thread safe. How I am saying that thread safe? Because as per the things in string buffer, multiple threads can access. Okay, and the builder is single thread only allows to access the string. Then here also single thread. This is for the difference between string builder and string buffer. So yesterday we started with the functions, right? So we'll continue that. Okay, so in yesterday in functions there will be three things we discussed, that is function declaration, function call, then function definition, right? So So the functions I said for learning purpose, I said the static methods, right? So there is a different concept about static variables and static methods that we will discuss once we complete our classes and objects. Okay. Um, so there is one simple method, that is public static um, void display. Okay, because we cannot write inside the main method, it must be the below the class name. Then if I say something um, welcome, okay, so how will you call? You can write, this is the method call. Whenever you want, you can call this method display. If you call multiple time also, the same thing will be printed. This is called functions. Okay, I just called 4 times. You can able to see. Okay, this is default function. Here I am not sending any parameters and I am not returning any value from this function. Okay, then if you want to send some parameters, how I can write the method? Okay, public static, then void. I want to use the add method. Okay, add. I want to send 2 parameters. See, for example, I will write int a comma int b. Okay, then int c equal to a plus b. Then if I write c, then it will do the addition of then c. So if you want to call this method, I can say simply I can call add, then I can say send the values so that it will be called. So now what I am sending is method with parameters. Parameters and no return type. Okay, this is method with no parameters and no return type. Okay, so now if you execute this program, it will give you the addition. So you can call any number of times to get. Okay. So I can say 100, then again 500, then 100, then 500, 5000, whatever. Okay, so I want to write one more method, same method with the different parameters. String str1, then str2. Okay, then here.
Can you explain me about return type, no return type, right?
Yeah,
So displaying.
so in this method only you want to explain? Okay, I will.
Okay, so
Yeah, I will explain. Explain. Don't worry.
one thing, functions and methods are not similar.
Both are same. See, in C we will say is a functions. The same thing we will discuss here, methods. The name is different. In object-oriented programming, we will say methods. In Java, they started saying functions as a methods. Only the name is different, but the functionality are same. Okay, so see what I have told yesterday, the return type, in the sense I'm not going to return any value to the calling method, which means just I'm calling the method display, right? So from this method, when I'm calling, right, I'm not going to return any value to here. This is called no return type.
But down one another one is right. So add addition in that.
Yeah,
So here
exactly.
it is going to print, right? So there you wrote no return.
Yeah, that's what. So here I am printing inside only. I am not returning any value to here. Got it? So I am calling this method, but this method is not return any value to this area. This is what you need to understand. Okay.
I did not get one thing. So you are calling that.
Yeah, I am calling. See, this is not about the calling. When I am calling, you should give something.
It is giving right here addition equal to 15, right?
So it's giving. It's it's giving from here, not here. Wait. I will come to your point. Be patient for 2 to 3 minutes. You will get to know what is exactly written, because I have not
Ah,
used
no
here
problem. Okay,
anything.
okay, okay.
Okay.
Just you wrote there, so again we'll change that. So I ask.
Yes. No. So here what I have done is, there are four types actually. Method with parameters, then no return type, right? The same thing we can write method with parameters uh, with return type. With return type also. There is one more method is there. Another two types are there. We'll discuss one by one. Okay. Got the idea? So we'll discuss everything. Don't worry. We'll cover everything. Okay. So here what I'm trying to do here is, there is a method called addition, and the same, now the method are same. You can see the add method and the add method is same, but the parameter is different. If you say int a comma b, and here I'm saying the parameter is different, string str1 and str2, right? So um, here I'm calling that method add. Here I will say chat, then okay. So now I'm calling this method by sending the two parameters, two strings, str1 and str2. So based on the type it will identify. So now you can ask a question. So because the methods are same, how it is calling this method? Because here I'm sending two integer values, here I'm sending two strings, right? This is called method overloading. Okay, this is called method overloading. Method name is same, but the parameter is different. Method okay, this is called method overloading. So I'm calling the method add with the two parameters 100 and 5000, and so now I'm setting two integers. Okay, so based on the type it will call. Okay, then here I'm sending the same method with the two parameter strings. So based on the type it will call the method. Okay, then I can have the same method, um, public static void add. Then here I'm not passing any parameters. I can say simply um, I can say here inside only I can declare the two variables and I can display. So now equal to 10, b equal to 5. Okay, then I can say here okay. So now if you call simply add, so now it will call this method, because In this method I don't have any parameters, so now this method called this one. Okay, so so based on the type, okay, based on the type, and it will call the method. This is called method overloading. Okay, then there is one more method, one more type called method overriding, so that we will discuss in inheritance concept. Okay, okay, now I will come to your point. So here method with return type, method with return type, and no arguments. See, basically this can be some types, but in real time we are the type will not see, but while learning, you know what are the types are there. Okay, so here what I am going to do is I will write one method public add public static. Okay, then write add int a comma int b comma int c. Okay, so it will, now it is asking, see there, now it is asking add return statement. So return statement in the sense, now I'm just changed void to and see void to int. Void means um, it means that I'm not going to return any value to the calling function, but here you must add now one return statement, because you need to return one value to the calling function. Okay, we'll write now int if I say int sum equal to a plus b plus c. Okay, then you need to write return statement return c. Now the error will go. Okay, so now this is called the with return type. So now how we can call this method is, you need to write here, you need to return that you need to receive that value, that we are returning one integer value, so you need to receive that value. So int sum equal to add of, if you send 100 comma 200 comma 300, so now you are trying to receive that value, then you can okay, sum is sum. So now you can able to understand what is with return type, without return type, and with return type. Okay, so in these programs we are displaying inside the function only, I am not returning any value. Okay, I am not returning. So if you don't want to return any value, you can write with void in the sense nothing, I am not going to return any value. But when you change void to integer or float or character or string, you are trying to send some value. Okay, that is what. So while returning some value, you should receive that, then only it is possible. Okay, okay, this is called with return type. And I can write one more thing now. Okay, here only we have done both with return type and with arguments. Okay, so this method is both, we have learned with return type with arguments. Okay, so Balaganesh, you got idea, right? What is return?
Okay, but here it is not going to return C, right? So, why we need to write that C
No, no,
actually?
no.
Because A,
Yeah,
B, C also there, right? The three variables.
it must be written some. That's fine. We can return any value, but our conceptually, right, we need to return some variable.
But it is not going to print an output that. Which we are
No,
going to call, that one only it is going to get.
no, I'm sending 100, 200, 300, right? So now
Okay.
100, 200, 300 will be received here. Okay. Then a plus b plus 100, 200 plus 300 will be added, stored in sum variable. Okay. Now the sum will be returned to this sum. Okay. So now when you return that sum, you will get 300. But previous also it okay. Got it. So now you will get 600 as a result. Got it. So whatever the values, the same order will be received above also.
But if we use int, we should write the return statement. That's it.
Yeah, the type. For example, if you want to return string, see for example, I can write string public. Uh, if you now you want to return string, right? String and string. Um, Already we have this one, right? You want to return now string with the some function called concat. Same function, but for here I want to receive str1. Why this is very important? Because without the functions we cannot do anything. So if you have any doubt, please clarify now only. Before going into the classes and objects, you should know what is method, so that now from today we are going to more focus on method calls, those things. So if you have any doubt, you clarify today only, you get clarified. So return, now I'm sending string, right? You can return string, um, you can say result equal to str1 plus str2. Still it is giving error. Why? Because still we have not added return statement. Return result. Now this will go. Now I am trying to return the string return type. So in the previous also, I have not returned any value. Just I printed over here, right? So now you are doing some operations inside, and you are trying to return some result to here. Mm, you just copy that method. Okay. So now if you print result, yes, application, you will get that result. Okay. So because here I am trying to return string parameter. Okay. And now if you want to return array, how you can return array? Public um, static print um, display array. Okay. I am going to return receive one array. Okay. Less than equal dot length, then I plus plus. Okay. So we can say input of I plus 1. Okay, you can remove this. Then you want to return that. Return input. That's it. So now you are returning one array. Okay, now you want to receive that. So int result equal to, okay, and display array. Display, you need to send an array, right? Display array. So here I want to send some 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. What is that problem? Let me create one variable and assign it. Int input array equal to this one. Then local variable. Okay. So input array. What is the problem? Display. Okay. Now you can, that is spelling mistake. I put 3R. Okay. So now if you want to display that array, you can. So for that, for int I equal to 0, then I less than result dot length dot length, then I plus plus, then you want to return result of I. Already we have used, right? So this is, we write result array, then result, because we have used the same variable above, so I will make a change. Okay, now we execute this program. Now you can able to receive array. Okay, so now each and every value is added by 1. So now you can able to you can able to send the array, and you can able to receive that array also. Okay, so these functions is going to be it's going to play a important role in your automation testing, because most of the things we are going to cover using only functions. Okay, so you should know all the possibilities of the function, right? So we can able to return array, we can able to return string, we can able to return integer in the sense normal variables, right? So if you want to return character array also, we can able to return. For example, I have if I have a character array vowel equal to, if I say A, E, I, if I say O, then A, I, O. So this is now I have one character array. How I can send that character array to the method? The same thing. See, the things are very similar. If you know one syntax, you can able to understand what we need to do. Okay, so what we need to do, so here public, I want to return character array, so static, so here character, because you need to return character array from the function, so character array, then display char array. Also you follow the naming convention, so I am going to receive one character array, right? So character array, input array, input, so the every variable should be meaningful, please follow that. Okay, then now you want to return it, yes you can return, if you want input, that's it. Okay, so every, you know, we can able to do anything when you know the syntax properly, that's it. So now you can able to return character array, you can able to return integer array, you can able to return string, you can able to string, you can return integer, right? So these are the things we must be able to do it in using the functions. Okay, so now what you have to do is whatever the programs we have learned from the day 1 to today, right, you try to convert using the functions. See, for example, I will say I want to do the sum of the number, right? How we can able to modify? See, usually we will write inside the method, right? See, for example, if I do public, I want to do sum of the number using the functions. How we can able to do public, I want to return, when I will get input of, I will send one input, one integer value. Now I want to sum that value. Once that sum is done, I want to return that value, right? So static, I want to return sum of the value, so I am giving integer, then sum of the integer. Okay, then my input is one number. Okay, then so now you can able to convert your problem statement to into the function. So how you will write? So you need to write int sum equal to 0. Okay, then while number not equal to 0, then int remainder equal to sum modulus 10, then sum equal to sum of sum equal to sum plus I, sorry, sum plus remainder, then number equal to number divided by 10. Okay, now we have to return that sum value. Also you should remember return sum. Okay, so now I will call that method. You can call any number of times, because initially there is we can able to call only one time, right? Now you can call any number of times, nothing will happen. So sum of the integer, if I write 4 5 6, okay, instead of declaring variables, you can directly system.out.println, you can send it over here. Okay, and okay, then you can call, so we can do this like this also, 7 8 9. So any time you can call any number of time, it will give you the result. Okay, so sum of the digits, you know, now you can try to convert the values. but it's giving issue. Okay, you should not give it over here. It must be, this will give you the value, right? It must be like this. Okay. Okay, so now this method will return the value, so it will add with that. Sum of the digits is 0. Okay, you need to return sum equal to 0. What happened? Sum of the digits is returning some different value. You are sending 456 number not equal to 0. Okay, you should write number divided modulus 10. So you guys are listening, or you should say, right? You know the logic. You have to say where I am going wrong. Okay, so this is what you need to use the function effectively, because we are going to write everything as a reusable methods. Okay, so so if you want to do the return, if you want to write the function for the reverse string, you can able to modify. If you want to find the maximum of the number or second maximum, or if you want to do palindrome of the given number, so you try to modify now that normal programs to using functions, so that you will get the good grip of the functions. Okay, because we are going to convert every logic to functions, so try to do that because it's very important. Okay, guys, do you have any doubt today in functions? So we have learned functions, and we have learned along with function overloading concept. Okay, what is the function overloading? So the same method name with the different arguments and different number of arguments also. See here, we have nothing. Here we have two parameters with the string. We have integer. We can have integer float also. We can have integer character. We can have integer array. Okay, so so same method name with the different parameters. It's a function overloading. So when it works, right, while compiling the program, it will identify the which method needs to be called. So this function overloading will happen at compile time, not the run time. Okay, compile time in the sense, so we are using editor, right? So in editor, while writing the program itself, it will be compiled. Okay, so but when you are going to execute your program in the command prompt, the compilation and execution will happen at 2 steps. Okay, that's what we said, Java virtual machine. So while compilation, it will give you a dot class, then while execution, it will give you .exe file, which means executable file. Okay, so while compiling process, which it will identify which method needs to be called, right? Because we have 3 methods having the same name, add. So which method needs to be called will be identified during the compile time. That is called function overloading or method overloading. Both are same. Function overloading and method overloading are same.